Good afternoon and welcome to one of our training sessions. Today I'm going to go over Zillow and Trulia, updating your profiles, kind of linking them back and forth with your own website, just so you can get enough information on there to be helpful to clients, to hopefully help you in rankings in Google, among other things. There's a lot you can do with Trulia and Zillow and your website and linking them back and forth, but I'm going to kind of go over the basics today just so you have a profile together and something that clients can see, especially if you have listings on Zillow or Trulia. You'll want something there so people can get an idea of exactly who you are and what you do. So what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through how I work in updating my profiles with both of these sites. In, again, general overview, nothing specific with these. I'm just going to show you how to update your profile, how to add information to it, so you've got something completely filled out. So the first one I'm going to work on right now is going to be Zillow. We're going to check out Zillow.com. Now, I automatically save a lot of passwords, so meaning Zillow and Trulia versus me having to type in my username and password every time. The last time I logged in, I saved my password and told it to remember me. So that way when I visit the site each time, it automatically knows who I am and I don't necessarily have to log in every time. I do that for sites that I'm not necessarily worried about the security of. For my own Gmail account, I don't do that, but for Zillow and Trulia, Realtor.com, things like that, I'm not as worried about it. I don't have any seriously secure information in there, like bank account information that I might need. So anyway, this is remembering me. So when I come into Zillow, you can see it automatically pulls up my account. You can see homes I've looked at before. You can see my listings. I've got 4 right now, my profile, contacts, all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to specifically go to the profile. So you can see this pulls up. This is exactly what clients will see on my profile when they're looking through it. You can see some recommendations down there, listings, sales, basically anything I've sold. This is all time, it looks like. My current active listings right now. You'll see my professional information, my office address. It asks to view if you want to see these different pieces of information. You can see there's some things I haven't done. I am not a premier agent right now. I'm not getting a lender to pay for part of my advertising on Zillow. I could do some past sales, some more past sales, but I think everything I've got is on there right now, or all the past sales that I care about right now are on there. And then you'll see this is a blurb that I actually saw another agent had. I kind of liked what he had done, so I took it and modified it. Made it my own, and I will give you this actual copy text so you can take it and modify it to your own liking. But so what you want to do to go in here and actually edit your profile, I'm going to go into edit. You have profile, about me, and account settings. Account settings will be your email account, will be your password, will be your phone number, more detailed or personal information to actually control your account. Your about me, I'll show you that real quick. This is actually the section you're just seeing. So right under my name where you saw this big long paragraph, this is how I edit that, is the about me. The other nice thing that Zillow gives me is the ability to add a hyperlink. So what I did is I went in here and I said, please contact me at the bottom. And that's actually a link to, let me show you. Again, this is my own website on Delta. But I went down here and I found the Contact Me page. Now your Contact Me page might be in a different spot on your website, just depending on how you have it set up, what theme you have picked. So on this theme, where I put the Contact Me is down here at the bottom. So I went in here, I just copied this link. I just did Control-C or copy, whichever you want to do. And then I went in here and added this at the bottom, the Contact Me link. So that is an incorrect link, actually, now that I see that. Good thing I get to show you how I did this. So we're going to go in here and we're going to change that hyperlink, save it. Okay, sometimes it takes a little bit to update on these, so I might give it a little bit. We'll come back here in a minute and look to see if it has updated. The other thing that you can update through Zillow is going to be your profile. You'll see my screen name on here, my first, my last name, my profile photo, my headshot. If you have a video that you put together about yourself, about the areas that you work, you might want to include an actual profile video. You can change your professional title, the business name. Well, you can't really change your business name because you're going to work for Realty Ohio, but you see you have some more options in here of things that you can add. If you have a blog or Twitter or LinkedIn, you can add all that information. I've already added my licenses in here. So if you have any other professional licenses that you would like to add, maybe an appraiser or maybe a auctioneer or something to that effect, you could add your license in this. You can also add the areas that you work, the city, county. You can see in here it says neighborhood, city, county, zip. I've added everywhere that I currently work in the Columbus market. If you happen to speak any other languages than English, you can go ahead and add those as well. Specialties, if you have any other specialties that you would like to add in here, you can do that as well. You just check the box, pretty self-explanatory. And then your the date that you actually got your license or began working in real estate. Most is pretty self-explanatory. The biggest thing is to get it complete. And I'm going to go back to my profile here. Trying to see where this link is going. That's actually the agent that I borrowed his blurb about him. So let's go ahead and edit this link again. I don't know why it's doing that. So what I'm doing now is I'm highlighting this because I want all of this text to be the link. So I'm highlighting exactly what I want to be the link that people will see. So now that I've got that highlighted, I'm going to go up here, add the actual hyperlink, hit save, save again. There we go, now it's correct. So now what that's also doing is giving me another link back to my own page. That's really the reason I do that, as long as, sorry, and I also want to get clients on my page as well. That's another way to do it, that they might read this and just click on your link, end up on your page, your own website through Delta, and be able to look at your listings or any information they're looking for. So Zillow's pretty self-explanatory, not difficult to deal with, not difficult to add your profile. This blurb about you, I would always recommend adding any past sales that you've had. I would always recommend adding. And then if you can get buyer reviews, seller reviews, those are good as well. So now I'm going to show you Trulia and how I've done that. It works kind of the same way as Zillow, so it's not going to be too much of a curve to learn. Again, I saved my username and password in the website, so it automatically sees that it's me. So I just went over my information here, and it automatically pops up with this little scrollable box. And I'm going to go down here to profile. They give a little more information on your profile than Zillow does. So I can see how many people in the past 10 days viewed my profile, how many since I've started my account with Trulia. You've got service areas that you can add in here if you like. You can link your social media accounts over here on the left. You can even add a badge on your own website if you'd like. I have not done that with my website. I will do that and show you in another video how to do it. But if you want to try it and see about sticking it on your site, I'd recommend that too, just linking back and forth. Again, the internet or the web and Google is all about cross-linking. So the more links you have going between your YouTube or your Zillow account or your Google Plus account is a good thing. So I would always recommend going back and forth with those things. So I will definitely put this link on my page, and I'll show you in another video how to edit that. So what we're going to do, this is the About Me section, just like on Zillow, same idea. So you can see that, and you see an edit profile up here at the top. Like Zillow, you can edit all your personal information, your license number, your address, where you work, zip codes that you work, your websites. You've even got the ability to add work history in here. You can add your experience and skills. So these are all just, again, check boxes. Just pick everything that you want. See what other information. You can add recommendations just like Zillow and their past sales, the reviews that you get down here. Trulia does the same thing. And you can either write it for them and send them a request link that they will verify what you're saying. Or you can have them write it and give it to you, and then you would post it. A little bit different than Zillow. Zillow, you actually send a request to the client and ask them to fill out a bio. Whereas Trulia here, you can see you can actually send it to them filled out if you choose to. So I went in here to the About Me section. And this is, again, the same thing that I did in Zillow. The same thing. The only option I don't have is the Contact Me link. So that is the only thing that varies a little bit different versus Zillow. Now I will show you a little trick here. This is called HTML, hypertext markup language. This is basically what most websites are written in. So right now I'm going to try and see if I can add this in here, see if it will let me. So basically what I'm doing is say href. So this is the standard format for a link. And then this is the actual text that will be the link. So this is what you would see in blue or underlined, highlighted, however your computer's set up to see links. And then I close that tag, which you always have to do. So meaning if I were to put the href or the Columbus, Ohio Homes link, say up here, so if I were to paste it in here, and I didn't close this out with an A like this, then this whole paragraph would actually be the link. And we don't want to do that. We actually want it separated out. So let's save it and see if it will let us do this. Okay, so we're going back to my profile. Does not. So it does not let me add my own link to my own website in here. That is in your other, actually I'm going to just show it to you. So we're back to edit profile. So it looks like the only spot they give me to put in my own website is in this personal information section. And we're going to take this code out of the, oh, it actually already stripped it for me. So basically what happens is some websites will not let you add HTML code into their, I guess, little text boxes, what you would call them. So basically it will not let me send a link out to my own blog through, or my own website through this About Me section. Some websites will let you, like you saw Zillow will let me, but they've got it built in. But apparently Trulia does not let me do that. In fact, it looks like it even stripped the code out of the box. So that's a definite that it will not let me do that. Let's go back here and check my profile real quick. You can see office address or office zip code on here, my license number, area services. So click here to view my website, and that's a link to my own website. So that kind of gives me what I'm looking for. I would like one in here in the About Me section, but it doesn't give me that option, so I'm kind of limited in where I can place my own website. So that's the basic gist of Zillow and Trulia and adding your own information. If you don't have accounts with Zillow or Trulia, I'd recommend at the very least signing up an account so that you can claim your listings. And I'll show you, actually 2 seconds here, I will show you exactly what I mean. So we're going to go to My Listings. This is Zillow, by the way. I'm going to click on this link and I'm going to show you, this is the actual page on Zillow of this listing. So a listing of a friend of mine, and you'll see over here on the left, oh, I show up as the listing agent. Now they're still selling spots next to me and next to my listing, but I show up as a listing agent. So theoretically, I would get the phone calls and emails versus any of these other agents. And you see all the other statistics and everything down here. Trulia kind of works the same way. Let's show you one of those real quick. Let's see here. So this is the listing on Trulia. You can see it does it again a little bit different. Listing agent shows on here on the right, but these are all other agents that they're selling space to. So another thing to also note or notice, they don't include my cell phone on here. This is a number through Trulia that I have no control to change. So I can't put my cell phone number in there, and that's like that for these other 3 agents as well. Basically, Trulia wants to control the phone call. They want to track it, so they've got numbers and can tell you stats when they're selling you ad space. Not a fan of that. I would prefer to have my phone number in here, but I don't have a choice with that, unfortunately. So, but here's more information like Zillow about this listing. You can see all kinds of detailed stuff in here. You'll want to take a look through these listings and see. One other thing to point out about Zillow and Trulia and their listings that I use quite a bit actually is the amount of views that my listings are getting. So for instance, I just talked to the client on this Seabright Drive property, and I said, look, since we've listed the house 2 weeks ago, we've had 461 views. So we're still getting traffic. And I'll do the same thing over here. See on, let's see, Seabright. I got 588 views on Seabright in the past 2 or 3 weeks since I've had it listed. So something else that I'll show to my clients or explain to my clients when they're asking what kind of traffic we're getting, I do those too, and then I also look at the back end of our website, which let me show you that very quickly. So I'm just going to go over here to my listings, active listings, and let's click on Seabright. This view stats section is the one I want. Go down here, click here. Now, so far in the past 2 weeks, I've had 17 views on our website on this listing. So what I just explained to this client today was that since we've had it listed, we've had over 1,000 people looking at his listing. So it explains to the client that yes, I am doing my job, we're working for you, I'm getting all kinds of views on your property, and it's just inevitable amount of time, inevitable that we will get an offer. It just takes a little bit of time to get there. So it gives me a way to explain to him what's being done, what kind of marketing he's getting from me and from the company. So again, just a brief overview of Zillow and Trulia, a little bit of our own Delta site. Again, I will get into Realtor.com in another video. It's a little bit of a different bird, a little bit more complicated to handle. So I will get that taken care of and show you guys or walk you through exactly what I've done with mine, so you can kind of follow along and do the same thing. So thank you for watching my video. Have a good afternoon.